Good evening, welcome to my channel. My name's Berenice and they call me Belle for short. Today I'm going to show, or this evening I'm going to show you the second part of the butterfly. Now I think I'll just show you one wing. I made it a couple of weeks ago, but I thought I'd better make this intro and get it online for you. I'm a bit lax lately, but I've been busy. I've got a busy life. So anyway, I do hope you like this video. Please do subscribe if you haven't. It doesn't cost you anything. The shares, the likes, the notifications, yeah, so you can know when the next time I put my video up. I'm wrinkling with paper here, can you hear it? And the comments, I do love the comments, okay? So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. So I found some creamy reds I've used in a quilt. That's nice, I like that. Will that be all right on there, do you think? Like so, yeah, I'm going to put that there. So I'm going to cut a bit off. I've got 2 layers here. Use a thick edge bell. So again, it's this line here. It's from there to there, top of number 12. So I've got my light board here, and I'm gonna just put it on. Gonna put it on there like that. Put it on the light board. I like using my thumbs as well. See, I'm quite. Hold on, where am I? There and there. I'm going to take this one up a bit, and I'm actually going to flip it because the pins are getting in my way, as well as my board. So I mustn't move it. Just trying to figure out. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping I don't get caught on the bed, that's been known. So, then number 12, top of 12. Again, a couple of stitches. I'm going to go a bit faster here, that's a wee bit, because it's quite a long long line. One more. And there we go. So I should do the top of this part of the butterfly and then join in to do the side here. Right, so we've done that direction, we're going that direction. We're going to go actually down here at the bottom and then the side. So press that, put that on there, this red one. I put it on the light board, light box. Again, top of my thumbs, top of my fingers there. I'm going to lay that on there. Finding a bit awkward when I'm cutting on my table, but I'm glad I can actually to film. So I'm going to flip it over, put it under there. Oh, it hasn't caught, so I'm okay. I have sped up the machine now. So again, like before, hold back the paper, put it on the board, and cut 1/4 inch off. Leave a 1/4 inch in, sorry. Hold on, the ruler's upside down. That one out. Chuck that in the bin, don't need that bit. Not big enough for anything. So again, that's more 1/4 inch, isn't it? What have I done now? Let's do that again. Didn't take the paper enough back enough, and I want it 1/4 inch. Because it's thin paper as well, it's sitting on fabric. Got quite a bit of fabric there, I think. this part is past. Hold on. It's a bit awkward when you're sitting down, as I said before, cutting. There, and flip it back, and I'm going to iron it. So the next part is the bottom here, 15 and 16. So I'll lay it on there, have a look roughly. Got to cover them anyway. So 15, oh, that's not right, go here. Actually it's the top line. It's quite easy, see? What you can see, I was going to go there, but it's this line. I'll get it roughly and then I can use my light box, hopefully, because there's quite a lot of fabric here. Okay, make sure I'm at the end. I'm going to pull it this way a bit. So there and there, there. I'm going to put it this way a bit. I did look at my light box, but I like doing it this way as well. Find your own way. So, I'm going to flip that over. Don't get caught. I have had it caught before. But for pins, you know, they get in the way. It's such a small space, that's why I'm doing it this way. So it's just going and slightly meeting these lines that I've done at first. One more and reverse. And I've got one more to do on there. So fold paper back. Nearly forgot. So you've got all that excess there. I'm going to stand up and do this because that's a bit awkward. That's quite a few layers. There we go. That's better. Pull that away. And there we go. We're starting to make the other part. Doesn't look like a wing yet, but it will. So I've got the same there. That's okay. So I've put them two on bottom, like so, and now we've got the liners here. This is the outside of the wing. This is the body here. So it's a long one there. Again, light. I have no idea till I go to edit it what it'll be like. From there to there. Okay. So let's put it that way, and it's going to flip that way. So it's somewhere around here. Let me put it on my light box. I can actually see it through the machine. I just don't want to get it caught in the foot or anything here. So it's the first line. You always think when you get to this line, the very last, why am I doing that? Because it's flipping over onto it. Does that make sense? Oh, hold on, let me go back a bit too far, so I wanted to stop. Right, that's it. I mean, this will not blunt your needle, but I'll get a butterfly out of it before I have to change it. I've done a bit of quilting, so I do need to change it. One more. Now reverse. So let me show you it first. So it's going up like that. I'm going to put it back, flip it over, and press it along this sewing line. I've got to make sure that stays back. And you have this excess. do you want? 1/4 inch. See, I could fit. Oh, that's okay. It's cut it. It's because I'm sitting. I can't get as much pressure, and especially with blunt blades getting a bit blunt, which it does. So that's the first one there. Now I shall press that and do the others, and I'll show you the completed wing. So I finished them long strips there, and then along the top of the wing I've given it a bit of spray starch on it and cut it. I've cut it more than 1/4 inch because it'll be laying around until I get the other wings done. So there it is. So I didn't film the previous part, so I've sewn the butterfly pieces together, and then you put it down in the middle of your fabric. I've got 21-inch square here. Wrong side to the wrong side, and then I sew 1/4 inch right round the butterfly, up the tail, up the head. Then what you do, you trim it here, which I've done most of it, except the body. I've done it with bigger scissors, and I shouldn't have done. I should have got more smaller scissors, and so I can get a bit nearer, because we're going to do a satin stitch round there. So I've still got this. I'm just checking the rest. I've got little tiny scissors and a cut here. So I'm sorry I didn't film it, but I forgot. Not with rain, so it's just very gently going right next to the stitches, but taking very extra care of not cutting the thread and not cutting the fabric underneath, but it should be all right. Excuse me. So again, my son's here, so I get a bit distracted. That's why I didn't film it. I was halfway through. I thought, shall I do it? Yeah, because you see me sew one wing. So in the pattern, it's got this body part that I just a whole section. There's a tail. I'm going to have to practice a bit of satin stitch first, because I don't do a lot of it. I don't know why. You know, you could have done it, put this onto the fabric and done satin stitch, but this is what the instructions said, and I read the instructions for once. So up here, and I know you're going to embroider the antennae up here, or I might do it, put a bit of foundation, something underneath, stabiliser, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm in a bit of trouble here. To cut it and make sure you can see it. Put some stabiliser under it, and I can do it by machine and just rip it out, kind of thing. That's probably how I do it, because my hands are sore and I don't enjoy hand sewing as such. I've done no crocheting or anything like that because of my hands, my thumb knuckles especially. So that's it, that's how it will look. Okay, so I will film the satin stitch, and I will use a red. We'll see how we go with that. But with this new machine, I had to do a little bit of practice. I had to change the plates. I changed plates on this. I've got 3. There's 2 mainly I use. I have no idea what the third one's for. So first of all, I'd done a completely different stitch, but then I was experimenting here. That's too wide apart. I thought that was too near. That's too close, not long enough. So I mucked around here, and I'm happy with this one. So I've written it in my book, Encyclopedia. Hold on. I'm not worried about writing on the book, because I'll have this machine for the rest of my life. I won't sell it. So there's my bit. Straight stitch, mode 2, 046, 3.3 length, and whatever that means, 0.4. That's it, the closeness. So then I get a board like this, what I had to look for. I need to keep it nearer me. because it did give me a different stitch in the book. It gave me this one here. Can you see that one there? Let's put it in there, that one in the book. But I needed to go over here. So we've got there. So now I'm trying to figure out where to start. I'm going to start on the wing because that'll be a bit easier. See, that's quite wide, that. Let me trim this. I'm going to trim this up first because I didn't cut this, see? So I'm going to just bend it like that. I've still got the paper on, actually. I better read the instructions. Maybe I'll take the paper out now. Good, aren't I? Good. Quite fiddly. I should have cut it with small scissors straight away, not the bigger scissors. This is the benefit of having someone to show you, or if you take a class, a tutorial, a lesson, whatever you want to call it. And this is a butterfly. They've done a course, but I didn't do it at the time. But actually, a friend of mine said, give this pattern to Ian. I might have said this before, because it's been a week since I picked this up. And yeah, he said to me, you're not allowed to do it, Mum, it was given to me. I said, I've got to do it so I can teach you. Yeah, because it is complicated paper, this kind of paper piece, especially when you start, you know, and you think what size fabrics you're going to have. So I'm just going to trim that up a wee bit nearer. And I'm not worried if some of the whites show this background, because it's my first one. So I can get as near as I can, because I know it's going to be caught in stitching with a satin stitch. So I'm going to stop there for a minute. Bits of cotton everywhere, bits of fabric everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to go and start up here. I am on the right, so hold on, let's get my thread through. I need a longer thread. So now my needle's to the right. My needle down, needle up to bring the bobbin up. And that's it. So take my thread back. And we'll zoom in now. So I'm having trouble moving it through there. Hold on. It's because it's a thick piece of, that's it, thick piece of paper there, but it said keep the paper in as a stabiliser, which is true, isn't it? No. Right, keep to the edge well. And I'm using the red. You could use gold, it would make it look nice, but with a satin stitch, and I'm not very competent, or I haven't had a lot of experience with satin. I have. I've done a whole Baltimore, but this is a new machine as well. Excuse my nails. I just made an appointment for Wednesday. This is, what day is it? Friday. Between my time and when they can fit me in. And I've just avoided it for a little while. So, I'll get my nails done. What colour shall I pick, eh? There's a problem. I'm just going to swing it round slightly. And of course I could go faster. It's quite terrifying doing this when it's faster. I'm just swinging it round, keeping the right hand next to the background fabric. Because it's got the stabiliser, the fabric's not wrinkling, the butterfly's not wrinkling or anything. That's a good idea to keep it in. And again, you could have taken it off and put a bit of stitches there or something underneath just where you're going to stitch now. I will do that for the antennae, because I thought, oh, I'll do them by hand, but I don't really want to. I love my machine. I can do it with a machine, it's a lot quicker. So you see some of the cream, the background underneath the satin stitch, but I'm a beginner with this, so I can forgive myself. So and that's going over the cream background, over the stitching I did to attach the butterfly. And then I started with a straight one. Right, hold on, stop there, you're allowed to stop. There's a stop. I want to make sure I get over the edge of the cream onto the butterfly. And that's why I didn't start with the body. There's a wee bit of shaping in there. Get warmed up. Again, apologise that I didn't show you this attaching it, but I did forget. My brain's a little bit out of kilter at the moment. Out of sorts. Looking at too many things at once I am, but I'm okay. So I'm just going to move that slightly because this curve is a little bit tighter here. And another thing I'm noticing here, right, see this cream, there's a cream, dark cream, and then I've got this background, and it's a bit hard to see. So if you have trouble seeing, especially us old ladies, I know my audience is an older audience, just walk away for 10 minutes, go and get a cuppa and carry on then. I do that with my actual free motion as well, so I do. See, now this is thick, this is where the two wings join together, so I'm going to ease it through a little bit. I don't want to put it too hard. What I'm going to do is lift it up a bit. Actually, it told me to put the pressure foot down, but I'm going to lift it up here actually. I love my pressure foot. It's like an oil gauge. It looks like an oil gauge at the side here. And it is quite thick. I'm not pleased with that. Not pleased with that. Let's go this way. I'm going to move it around again to give it some ease, to ease it through. That's it. See, it's a few stitches, but I'm going to have to do it this way. It's that seam with the paper as well. I know what it is. And again, you can hear it. I'm having a real hard time with that. I'm going to have to cut that and start again. Don't like that. That is real bunched up there. What? Oh, I've just had a brainwave. Just had a brainwave. What I could do is start a little bit more forward and go back. Let's see if that works. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm getting a bit frustrated today, I must admit. I'm not as patient as I usually am. It's hot here. It's 24, nearly 25, and there's in my front room, and my front room is shaded. The sun's on it in the morning, but then it's shaded the rest of the day, and it's hot, so it's too hot for us Brits. Right, so we're going to go back away. I should have brought that thread up. I'm not pleased with that. Right, just go forward. I'm just doing it, please. Come on, move. There we go. And again, I've got to tell myself, hold on there, Bill, you're not a computer. If that was a computer, it'd be absolutely perfect. I can lift it up again to get that pressure off. There we go. There we go. I can rest now. So anyway, you get the general idea. And I'm going to go around there and I'll show you when it's finished. So there's my butterfly sewn onto the background and cut out. It's not the best to stitch in here. Let's zoom in a bit. I could go over that again, I might do, but I've oh God, got caught up. I made the antennae red. I put a bit of greaseproof paper behind that and sewed that on. His head's a funny shape. And this body's not great. It's my first one, but it's what I'm doing now is taking the paper out. So I thought I'd better show this. I've done some, and it is easy to get out, but of course these are small sections. So I thought I'd show a bit of this, how I'm going to go about it. I don't know if there's a better way. So I've got my scissors here, just to make there. Now that lifted up from the previous sewing line, and then take it towards it. Another thing is to do is to, which I should have said there, is get that over there and then crease it. Let me put my machine on, get a bit of light on here. That's a wee bit better, isn't it? So crease it back and then it'll tear easier. But it is thin greaseproof paper. I usually use printer paper, but for this, I think this, and the expense of buying a proper foundation paper as well. I've got some somewhere. I've got some sheets, I've got a roll, but I thought I'd give this a go. See, this is a little tiny bit, see, so I'm just going to help it with the point of my scissors and up. Yeah, so, and of course this is, I'm going to fold that back. There's a 1/4 inch seam, so you can see it more or less coming out on its own. I've got some little bits here, but look, that comes out. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to spend a little. It's a bit fiddly, a bit tedious, but it's part of the process, isn't it? So, see, that one's folded back. So I should have not too bad a bother. Tell you something, you know I bite my nails, and I got false nails on recently because my own are grown underneath. Yeah, I'm finding these long nails a pain. See me trying to text. Yeah, I need shorter nails. I've got them booked in next week. Just my own fault. I've been busy actually. I'm helping a friend move, and I mean move in a technological way. She's got no mobile, no internet. Of course, everything's done online. So I've sorted out the removal men, sorted out the carpet fitters, and I had to take her to certain place as well, a couple of times, things like that. So I've been busy with that. And as I said, my son's here for a while, and that knocks you out of kilter when you've got someone. He's actually gone for a walk, so I thought I'll film this. I'll just tell him to clear off in the room. But I feel embarrassed, you know. Yeah. He's telling me last night, listen to this. Telling me last night he heard me snoring. I don't snore, do I? Us women don't snore. And then talking in my sleep. What? Yes, I don't even talk sleep. Stop talking in my sleep, apparently. Yeah. Because he's just through in the next room, so. I think he was checking on me. Make sure his old mum's alright. Anyway. So I'm just taking it along that stitch in there, see, just gently do it, and I'm going to fold it back on itself along the seam, along the stitching line, and that should come off. Not bad. So I shall spend the next how long? So this seam where it's been ripped should be, see, it's quite loose then, because I folded it back and it's come away from the other. So I'm going to have fun with over here and near the middle of the body. That's okay. So again, crease it down, and that's a better way of doing it, I'm finding. So I shall spend the next however long doing this again. See, that goes under there. I'm trying to get as far as I can at the point. I know I was going to go. I shall finish this. And I've got these 2 wings to do on the body to finish this off. I hope you liked watching this little video. Is it little? And you managed to make a butterfly, or enjoy watching me blethering and making it. Yeah, so again, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. I can never say that word. Subscribe. Share, likes, shares, notifications, so you can know when I put my next video up, and the comments. I do, as I keep saying, I do love the comments. I love the little community we're building together. So okay then. So catch me in the next video, okay? Bye for now.